Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of Golfing on a Budget. In today's episode, we're going to be testing out the Decathlon Inesis Distance 100 balls. I'm going to be opening a cube of this, or a little box of this. I think there's 3 in a pack, and I'll be using them on my trip. I might unbox 2, just because I might lose some. And what I'll be doing, as I'm going on a round of golf, I'll be shooting 2 balls at every hole, and then I can compare the differences, can't I? Which I think is really good. And then I'll be talking about this one in this episode. You'll have already seen me talk about the V100 distance balls by Slazenger. So it's very strange how they've done this, because both the Slazenger and the Inesis have 100 on it. I'm sure I've made that comparison already. But this says something to do with it's good for distance, not particularly good with softness, and not good with greenside control. But as a beginner ball for £5, you can't go wrong. So, yeah, you'll see these on the course more than on the chipping green, but I just thought I'd run a bit of an intro and unbox it for you. So I'll mute the audio now because the wind's going to pick up, but you'll see me unbox this. Right off the bat, I can see that they're not all individually boxed like I'd expect them to, so I'm thinking the Slazenger might be similar, and that's a bit of a worry because I haven't got enough room in my bag to put all the golf balls, so I'm just going to have to leave some in my car. As you can see, they're very, very bright. They're not the yellow you'd expect them to be. They're actually more like a... I mean, it shines really nice in the light, to be fair, but I kind of like them. They're probably going to work quite well. I've got 1, 2, 3 and 4, so I'll take 4 with me on a round, and I'll put these back in my car in a couple of minutes' time. So just off the bat, I completely forgot to test and really talk about how the ball feels. It feels a little bit better than the Slazenger one in the hand. The dimples feel more like dimples, whereas those just felt like circular imprints, if that makes any sense. They weren't really curved, it felt just like quite flat and just pressed in. These feel like proper curved dimples. Those just felt like flat circles. I don't know how to describe it other than that. It says they're not soft, so let's try this. They feel kind of soft, I'm not going to lie. They feel very similar to the Slazenger. I mean, I've got all the golf balls down there that aren't soft, and you can tell they're not soft. So these actually feel a lot softer than they're supposed to. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to do some chip and pin practice, chip and putt practice. That's what I'm going for. After I put these balls back in my car, and then we'll go from there and see how it goes. So, I know I'm repeating quite a lot of the clips in this, and I do apologise for that, but these are all the clips that I took, and obviously this will be focusing on the Inesis yellow balls. So no matter what the shot, whether it's a chip or a putt, we are still focusing on the yellow balls only, and we'll be discussing them. Off the bat, I know that's a famous phrase amongst me now. I do say that, and I've said that a lot in this video, I've just noticed. It said the spin control was really low, yet every time I hit it, it bounced either straight or right. I don't know whether that's the way I was hitting it, but if you look, I think the shot before the one that I've just hit, and then this one, I think bounces a little bit right. Yeah, look how right that bounced. So I was a bit unsure. Distance-wise, I understand what it means by spin control. There's relatively no spin on this in terms of backspin. Again, thank you guys for leaving tips and tricks down below on how to hit different shots and how to generate different spin. I now know that to generate a lot of backspin, I needed more of a flick of the wrist movement rather than a pendulum movement. So, I can't remember who commented that, but thank you ever so much. That being said, these balls are rolled a lot, and I think that's to do with the dimple. I mean, I hit that terribly far, and again, the shots that I'm hitting aren't amazing shots. I am literally a beginner. I can't stress that enough. I saw a few of you comment down below going, you're actually really bad, you don't know what you're doing, and you are not wrong. You're very not wrong, but the only thing I can do is learn and practice, and hopefully throughout these videos you'll see me improve. I think even from filming this video and taking some tips and tricks, you guys will have seen me improve in future videos. improvements I've made. Anyway, that being said, let's get to the balls. Chipping it feels a bit strange. They seem to fly very well, but I can't connect with them well, and you'll see when I'm actually striking these a little bit harder in the next up and coming clips what I mean by that. Putting wise, they're very, very nice. They roll really smooth on the greens. They roll as straight as you expect them to go. There's nothing untoward. The only issue I found is that, especially when comparing them to the Slazenger balls, was that they rolled a lot further, and by that I mean they seem to glide across the greens a lot more than the Slazenger ones, and I'm not sure why. That's probably to do with the dimples or how the ball is made in the outer shell, something like that. And I just want to apologise for the shaky camera in these clips. Like I've suggested in the previous videos, the wind had picked up quite a lot, and so my camera my phone wasn't particularly stabilising very well. It was more the fact that it was on this tripod, and the tripod was really shaky, as you can probably see here. As I'm moving it across, once I'd set it down and set it quite firm, it wasn't too bad. But especially with these shots here, I think you can see how the ball just carries on gliding no matter how hard I hit it, and putting was actually made a little bit easier, I think, other than that shot there specifically. We're going into sort of like the course clips in a few moments time after I finish putting these last shots, and I just want you to listen out because I've left it a little bit louder across the course just so you can hear how I hit the ball, because I did have a bit of an issue with it, and I want to see if you can really make it out on sort of this video specifically, how I made it out in real life. But basically, it felt like I was hitting hard clay. That's the only way I can sort of describe it. It didn't really come off the club very well, especially when I was striking it a lot harder. So there we go. So into the course clips. Just listen to how clunky it sounded when I hit it. I mean, it was a ball swing, but you know. Okay, the audio wasn't brilliant on that, but I'm pretty sure you can see it in the next couple of clips. I think I'll talk in a second, so I'm just going to be quiet ever so quickly whilst I discuss my views on camera.
So, initial impressions of the yellow ball. It's finished about 50 yards from the pin. It's in the rough, obviously, because you can probably see that it went very, very right. Now, what I will say is that I don't quite like how it felt when I hit it. I could have hit it wrong. I'll have to take more shots, and I'll give you my full overview at the end. But after my first hit, I wasn't impressed. Normally, when you hit a golf ball and it feels nice, it goes. This one went. If that makes any golfing sense to you guys out there, but yeah, it wasn't infested. It felt like there was a bit of like an air gap between the outer shell and the inner shell. So when I hit it, it sort of like rebounded inside, but not in a correct way. I don't know how to describe it, guys, but it just didn't feel like I connected with it too well, even though the ball flight was okay. Ball flight nice and high. It actually went a lot straighter than I thought it'd go. I thought I'd hit this awfully, but it went straighter than the Slazenger one.
So we carry on with some clips here. This was like midway through the course. I think you've seen this clip before, but I just had a bumper run, and I got it so close to the pin, and then it just, like I said, it just rolled and rolled and rolled. I did hit it a lot harder than I thought. I mean, this shot was absolutely woeful. But I mean, the shot before this went into the lake, so I can only take. It was just left of that little tree. It landed, and then even with this shot, listen out for this. I got under that, and I mean, I didn't hit it correctly, and I understand that, but it still ended up flying way past where I wanted it to. And even on that shot there, it flew past the hole. I was expecting it to slow down. These two chip shots, or this chip shot was okay, but I still think you can understand the noises that it made, and how it didn't feel quite right. I know someone commented on my last video, or one of the last videos that I've uploaded, and said they wanted to see me drive the balls. I am shit at driving. That's one thing that I really struggle with, so I've left the clip in at the the end of this, just so you guys can see how bad I am at driving and where the ball ended up. Please don't, I mean, you're going to hate on this because I'm woeful, and I did lose the ball, and this is why I don't include these clips, but I thought, you know what, it's a bit of fun, isn't it? And then I'll get onto the post review after this. Nice flight, very right, lost it. Hey, so we're back. I'm recording this way after I recorded the last part of the audio, or last part of the video. But we have here the rail focus, camera focus. You know what I mean? The Inesis yellow ball. Now, off the bat, I'm glad I recorded sort of a mini comparison between two different balls because we've seen two similar balls in terms of what they're advertised for, their price point, and their overall use. You know, it's a golf ball. You're only going to use it for one reason, and that's to hit balls, and that's to play golf. But we see a vast difference in the way they actually perform. Now, unfortunately, I don't like this ball after using it, and I've used it a few different times since I've been out, since recording all the clips of this video, and I'm not a fan. You could see throughout the video that it made, when making contact with it, it made the most awfulest of noises. It really did. It, like even now, listen. It has a more of a plasticky feel. It feels like you're hitting shit plastic and hard clay. That's the only way I can describe it. It doesn't really come off the clubs very well. Spin control is disgustingly bad, as evidenced in the clips. It either goes really straight, which is what you hope for. It rolls for a while, which is not really a bad thing if you can then accommodate that. For someone like me, I can't because I'm not a good golfer. However, often the case is it bounces either very far right for no reason whatsoever. I'm hitting normal shots where with other balls it would fly pretty straight, or it will bounce pretty straight and roll. There was nothing on the greens nor the fairways that would make it bounce right. But other than that, it doesn't shift the way you want it to. So overall, I don't recommend these. This is the first thing I haven't recommended this series, and probably the only thing I'm not going to recommend. You know, anything, if you want to go play golf and you haven't got much money, golf on a budget. That's what the whole series was about. You'll see the next episode. I go through and talk through the course and the holes that I played, probably in less clips and more of a me sitting down and talking sort of style of video, because obviously all the clips I've used now anyway, and so I just want to talk. I'll probably use Google Maps and show you the course. I've got a photo of the course itself and how it really plays, so I hope you look forward to that in the next episode. However, please, and I can't say this enough, come out and invest in the Slazenger balls and not these Inesis balls. If you lose balls often and you want yellow balls, you can even go pick the other Slazenger ones up. If you go back to the first episode where we go and buy all the equipment, you'll notice that we skipped past, while I was in Sports Direct, we skipped past these Slazenger balls that were like two for £18, and you got 48 in total. Those will be coming up on the next series. I haven't gone out and bought those yet, but I'm planning on. I can record that for the next series, which I might have a little bit of a break and then go and do them. So give me a couple of weeks. I'll probably try and record them in sort of September time. Record that, either do the different course at Breeden, or I might go somewhere else, a bit more friendly, or not, a bit less friendly, should I say, because Breeden's a very friendly place and it's nice and open. There's a lot to do. So yeah, don't buy these balls. Get ready for the next episode where I talk you through the course. And my god, my hair looks awful. I've not long woken up and I need a shower. And I need to tidy this shit all up. But yeah, I don't recommend these. Not at all. They don't feel right. They don't. If you're training and you're trying and you're using these, when you move on to better balls and I don't know, you invest a little bit more into it, you just won't be prepared. So I suggest you go get the legendary ones. Anyway, I shall see you later.